Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is on this classic smoky eye using black shadows. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching the tutorial. Today we're going to be starting with our eyes since it is such a dark look. So we are taking the NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone and just popping that all over the eyelids. This base does a really good job at concealing any redness on the eye as well as prepping your eyelids for eyeshadow. I have really oily eyelids and this helps my shadows stay all day and they don't crease at all. Next, we're going to be taking some tape since this is a really dark look and just creating a sharp line. I always just line it up to my eyebrows. Today's look is going to be using all Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I just love Makeup Geek because it is super affordable and the quality is so good. They are comparable to MAC eyeshadows, really creamy and easy to blend. So the first one is going to be our transition shade. It's called Creme Brulee, and just popping that all over the crease. And then to deepen it up a little bit, we're going to be taking Cocoa Bear. Cocoa Bear is really a warm reddish brown, and it's going to help keep that black smoky eye warm and not too harsh on the skin. I go into the crease with this color a couple times just to really build it up and keep it really blended. And of course, you know we got to take a dance break. Taking a dark brown, this one's called Mocha, I'm just going to start the smoky eye with the brown. I find it easier to apply a brown first and get the smoky eye going and then apply the black afterwards. So I'm just taking a flat synthetic brush and packing the brown on and then moving on to a more fluffy brush, a blending brush, and blending it up into the crease but not above that Cocoa Bear. Once you have that brown down, you can go in with the black shade. I'm using Corrupt from Makeup Geek. It is one of the blackest shades I've ever used. And then we're gonna do the same technique. So taking a flat synthetic brush, packing the black shade onto the lid, but not too high up. You really wanna use the brown as a guide to help you know exactly when to stop. So you may wanna go in a couple times with this. So take it, put it on the lid and then start blending and then add more when needed. I feel like the hardest thing about a black smoky eye is patience. It's gonna look weird until you're done. And really have the patience to take that extra minute or two to keep blending. The darker shadows you use, the more blending you're gonna have to do. So with a black smoky eye, it's gonna be the most blending you'll ever do in your entire life. So here, once I have blended up into the crease, I'm going in with a more precise tiny brush. This is kind of like a pencil brush, placing it as far up as I want it to go. And then again, going in and blending it out with a clean blending brush. Taking the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in black, I'm just gonna line my upper lash line and also create a wing. This is completely optional. You don't have to. Since the eyeshadow is so dark, you really can barely see the wing, but I do like having that line there to help blend in my lashes. Moving on to the face, I'm officially obsessed with this. It's the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm, and of course, you know, dancing while applying it is totally normal. I really like this. It mattifies every single foundation I own that I've tried it with. So I'm taking the Makeup Forever HD foundation and I'm going to be applying that with a Real Techniques buffing brush. Concealer, I am taking my MAC Pro Longwear concealer and just popping that under the eyes, center of the face, and any areas that have darkness or blemishes. And I'm going to be blending that out with my Real Techniques sculpting brush. To set all that concealer, I'm taking my Shade and Light contour palette, the shade Lyric, it's the banana shade, and just popping that under the eyes. This brush is one of my favorite brushes. I never mention it, but it's actually an e.l.f. blush brush, and I got it for like $1. It's amazing. So if you're looking for a good setting brush, I highly recommend this one. Before contouring, I'm going to bronze up the skin a little bit and warm up the face with MAC Give Me Sun. This is my favorite bronzer. It's so pretty. It's not too orange, and it gives a really good warm look to the face. So I'm just applying that everywhere that I would apply my contour, but not as specific. So really blending it upwards on the cheek and blending it out. Then to sculpt the cheekbones, I'm taking Subconscious and an angled brush and really deepening up that contour. For blush today, I'm using one of my all-time favorites. It's from e.l.f. and it is in the shade Mellow Mauve. I wanted to use something a little bit more muted on the cheeks and not too intense since the eyes are so dramatic. Highlighting, my favorite part, I'm taking Becca's Moonstone and just popping that heavily on the cheekbones. Not really sure what this face is, but we're going to finish up the eyes. I'm taking Corrupt, the black shadow, and pushing that against the lash line really close, and then I'm going to blend it out using the warm red shade, which was called Cocoa Bear. I am also lining my waterline with the Maybelline gel liner. I like using a gel liner for this. I find it stays. I don't have an issue with it rubbing away or anything like that, but I felt as if the lower lash line needed to be a little bit more smoky, so I lined that waterline. And I'm using the same Becca highlighter to highlight the brow bone as well as the inner corner. For the lips today, I wanted to do something nude, but still with a little bit of color. So I went with the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick in Nude Flush. These are a really cool formula. So they look matte, but they don't feel matte. They still feel super moisturizing. You can rub your lips together. I love the formula. I can't get enough. So this is the only one I currently have, but I'm definitely on the hunt for more of them. I know they have a really great shade selection, and I highly recommend them for people who have drier lips. After the lips, this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this classic smoky eye using black shadows. I know it seems like a difficult eye look to do, but once you get the hang of the blending, you are good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.